Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa Cotten. For those of you who are new, consider subscribing. And if this is the first time you're finding my videos, you can definitely come back and find day one here and the link below to get started on this 30-day mental health journey. So today we're going to talk about emotional self-care. And emotional self-care is really just a fancy word for our feelings, what our experiences, kind of that gut reaction. And learning about our emotions is really helpful and really beneficial. Let's get started. The reason that emotional self-care is so important, and it's one of the areas that gets most neglected, is because our emotions, we like to push to the side, we like to stuff them down, we like to suppress them, we don't want to acknowledge them, we want to like throw them in the trash. Because what happens is our emotions can influence our actions so often. So if I'm feeling sad, I might want to isolate from people. Or if I'm feeling angry and upset, I might yell, raise my voice, slam a door. And so our emotions can't control our actions, but they really influence our actions. And so a lot of times we disconnect from the neck down. So we kind of stay in our head and we think logically, and we ignore that emotional response, that emotional experience, because we don't want to feel feelings, because feelings are hard. Yes, but feelings are also not facts, right? I could be sitting here and I could be feeling a majority of emotions, maybe sad, happy, excited, motivated, elevated, depressed. All of these emotions are real, but that doesn't mean they're facts. And what I mean by that is that our emotions can change so quickly. And so what happens is if we say, well, I'm feeling this way, we get to explore, dig a little deeper and ask ourselves, okay, what's kind of leaning us to have that emotion? What's going on in our environment? What's going on in our present day? What's going on in our past? What about our experiences? Because sometimes our emotions are influenced by our thoughts. And so a couple videos ago, we talked about our thoughts and our mindset and our cognitive self-care, and that's why we address that before we talk about our emotions. So a lot of times our thoughts will actually influence our feelings. So let's say, for example, I'm on social media and I'm scrolling and I'm seeing my friends hang out without me. I might think, oh, this is so upsetting. I'm really hurt. I'm really upset, right? Those thoughts triggered a feeling, and that emotion then might have an action, and I might call them and say, how dare you hang out without me? Or maybe I don't have all the information. So a lot of times we skip the step of connecting to our emotions and we just go from our thoughts straight to our actions. And so emotional self-care is all about connecting to your emotions, all about getting in tuned to your emotions, noticing what you're experiencing, noticing what's happening. And so a really great, easy thing to do is ask yourself at this moment, what is your current emotion? And without any pressure, without any feelings of, is this the right emotion? Is this the wrong emotion? Just whatever it is, unfiltered, raw, ask yourself, what is my current emotion? And that will give you a good kind of gauge of where you're at emotionally. A lot of time our emotions and how we feel our emotions or act on our emotions is kind of how we learned in childhood. So we can think about our primary caregivers, our siblings, our parents, our family. How did they handle emotions? You know, if there was a death in the family, did nobody talk about it? Or did everyone talk about it and we processed it and we were able to feel the sadness and the grief of the loss? Or did we act like it was a whole nother day? And so kind of taking that inventory of how your family handles emotions can really give you a great indicator on how you handle emotions and how you process them. So the goal for emotional self-care is to practice feeling those emotions. And you might have heard before, sitting with those emotions. And what that essentially means is you're not going to try to distract yourself. You're not going to like pull up your phone because you don't want to feel it or it feels too overwhelming. Or sometimes what can happen is emotions can lead to anxiety attacks, panic, uncertainty, overwhelmed, and that's when you get to practice using coping skills. And as we learn more through this wellness journey, we're going to learn all about coping skills, how to handle those emotions, whether they're positive and negative, and we're going to talk more about what to do once we've identified what they're negative or positive. So today for emotional self-care, it's all about just connecting to your emotions, asking yourself what your emotions are and how you kind of grow with that. So the reflective question of the day is, what is your current emotional self-care routine? So what are you currently doing to check in with your emotions, to feel your emotions, to express your emotions, to acknowledge, validate your emotions? So an inspired action that I'd love for you to take is do something today for your emotional self-care. And that can be as simple as acknowledging your emotions. So that can look like today, your inspired action is throughout the day, you're just gonna ask yourself, what is my current emotion? And that could be a really helpful way for you to start incorporating more of that emotional self-care. So I'm so excited that we are officially on the second week of the wellness self-care, the journey that we are on, and we're gonna go a couple more into self-care as we dive a little bit deeper on this journey. Again, if you don't have the calendar that has the journal prompts, get it here in the link below, and that way you can kind of guide along and you can see your progress from day 1 all the way to day 30. I'm so grateful to have you on this journey. Again, my name's Alyssa Cotten. Like this video and don't forget to subscribe so you can get tomorrow's video notification. Follow me on Instagram to get all the behind the scenes reels and information on what I'm creating. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.